My name is Aaron Markham, founder and CEO of Home Care Pulse. One of the most important things we measure at Home Care Pulse is what's called the Net Promoter Score. And this score is based upon one single question: how likely are your clients to recommend services to your home care agency? And then we take a score of that, a score of 1 to 10, and a 9 and a 10 is what we call promoters, those who are really truly advocates of your services, who've had a wonderful experience. 7 and 8 are what we call passes. Those are those who are okay with services are going okay, but they're not really strong advocates of your services. They may have had 1 or 2 problems and are judging your services based upon that. And then scores between a 0 and a 6 are what we call detractors. And detractors are those that really have had challenges. The perspective of or the perception rather of your services are low. And so we take those scores and we come up with what's called a Net Promoter Score. We decided that was one of the most appropriate ways to really gauge client or customer loyalty. It's really a customer loyalty score. It's an outcome score. If they've had a great experience, they're more likely to recommend services to your agency. Now, how the Net Promoter Score works is, say you have 100 clients and 80 of those clients are promoters. 10 of those clients are passes, and then 10 of those are detractors. To calculate the Net Promoter Score, you take the total number of promoters minus the number of detractors. So in this example, we have 80 promoters and we have 10 detractors, and we simply take 80 minus 10. That gives you your Net Promoter Score, which is 70, or we translate that into a 1 to 10 number, which is a 7. But the Net Promoter Score really helps emphasize the impact detractors and passes can have on your company. If you have 10 detractors, you have 10 clients out there that are spreading their experience with others. And again, those who are dissatisfied are more likely to express that dissatisfaction to others than to you. And that's the great thing about our program, is they express that to us, which allows Home Care Pulse to provide that information back to you in a neutral, unfiltered way. When I had my home care business, I had a client that we had for the first 6 months. She went through 9 caregivers. And we couldn't figure out why. Her daughter would just call and say, hey, we need to switch out the caregivers. And neither the daughter or ourselves could really figure out what the problem was. And so this went on for 6 months. Finally, we engaged this third party to get feedback from this client and really what was going on when it comes to her services. And we found out, based upon the feedback, that she liked her eggs poached, she liked her carpet vacuumed a certain way, she liked her sheets ironed was a big one. That was one that was really important to her, and she assumed that all caregivers knew how to do all of these things, that it was just something that they should be accustomed to, and she shouldn't have to remind them. Well, we were able to get that from her and make some necessary changes, and she went from being a real detractor to one of our biggest promoters. Over the course of the next 5 years, she referred over $500,000 in business. Now think about all the different clients that you take care of. What are they? Are they detractors? Are they passives? Are they promoters? And that's the importance of the Net Promoter Score. It really helps you focus on what types of clients you have, categorizes those clients so that you can be very specific in your approach in improving quality. Without it, it's really hard to understand or know what your clients are thinking, what their perceptions are, and whether or not they're really going to recommend services.